Three, two, one. Welcome back to Nerds in the Gym. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Marco. Today is May 27th, 2023. We are back after, well, you guys haven't seen anything in like 4 weeks because I still haven't uploaded the last episode, but we're back after 2 weeks.
Not my fault.
Last week was well, yeah, I guess it's not your fault.
Well, I mean, last week
entirely.
was my fault, but you didn't upload anything. That's
Oh,
fine.
yeah. Me and, that's my fault. I've, so I know like laptops and stuff are supposed to be like transportable. You're supposed to be able to bring them from point A to point B. I've been staying at Joe's house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too lazy to pack my laptop up and bring it to his house to do stuff.
Well, you have the same problem I had with one of my laptops. It's just too big.
Oh, that's why I have this ginormous bag. It actually fits in there here. But it's also, I have a problem with like, I don't know, like I'm doing absolutely nothing at his house because I could have brought my PlayStation. But I don't want to bring that, the monitor and everything. I refuse to play on TVs because the input lag is too much.
All right.
Yeah. When there's a noticeable delay where when I hit the button versus when it happens on the screen, there's a problem.
So you're just doing nothing, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm learning how to invest in real estate.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You're reading some books?
No, watching YouTube videos.
Oh, okay.
But I literally can't tell if these people are actual real estate investors or if they're just trying to scam me with their own like websites of how to do it.
Because either one's possible. You thinking about getting into the real estate game?
Hey, what's her name? Barbara on Shark Tank. She made a living off of it.
Mm-hmm. Almost bankrupted her back in the day, and then she turned it around.
Yeah. So that could be my like swan song, the story.
Do you know she's 72?
I'm not surprised. I thought she was older than that.
No, if I'm 72, I'm not working.
Oh yeah.
But good on her.
Well, no, because all those guys, they have like their own mental illness. They're like they hoard money. That's
Some
their
of them
illness.
do. She doesn't.
Oh,
I think
does?
that's why she still works. Is she says she spent every time she's ever made.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's a different mental issue.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's two sides to rich people. It's either they have a mental illness where they hoard all their money, or they have a mental illness where they need the more money because they constantly just spend it.
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah. I'm going to get a lot of hate for that.
Oh, I don't think rich people are going to waste their time with you. Do you have a favorite shark? Because I'm a Mark Cuban guy myself.
I
Love
like
me the cubes.
I like Mark Cuban because he seems the most down to earth out of all of them.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
Damon?
Go ahead, keep talking.
Is it Damien?
I would know if I wasn't trying to figure out right now, but I thought it was Damon.
It's Damon, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also really like him too. He's pretty down to earth. He can be pretty harsh, but he's pretty down to earth, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's a bad shark.
Kevin O'Leary, yes.
Well, I think he was good.
He's
Right.
way too greedy.
Well, I don't think it's greed. I think he just... Are you talking about new episodes or old episodes?
Altogether.
All right. So he evolved from like a normal shark, and then like in the last couple seasons, he just gives people loans in exchange for part of their business.
Perpetuity.
Right.
Or
Which makes sense for him.
royalties.
It makes sense for him, but it doesn't make sense for
I'm not going
a
based
lot
off
of the people.
I'm not going based off that. I'm going based off of like the videos he posts on TikTok and everything, the things he says.
I'd be interested to see how much he lost in crypto.
He said something in like a video. He said, if you're not willing to work 50, 60 hours a week, then I'm not going to hire you.
Right.
That's insane. Let people live their lives. And then, I used to be a Steve Harvey fan up until the other day when he said something. He's like, if you want to make money in this world, he's like, you got to be willing to get less than 6 hours of sleep a night. I was like, that's insane. People need to worry about their health. Why is money so important to people like that?
He didn't say money was more important. One, don't go after Steve Harvey in this house. Don't you dare.
I think he's the best Family Feud guy.
I mean, that's controversial, but no, Steve Harvey, he's again in his 70s, and he has like 4 full-time jobs.
He's in his 70s?
Oh yeah.
I thought he was 60s.
If he's 60s, it's late 60s. But anyways, and he's
Looks
still
incredible
hustling.
though for his age.
What are you talking about? Steve Harvey looks great.
For his age?
Yeah. He's 66 years old.
Yeah. You know, I think he used to box back in the day.
Could be.
He wasn't professional. Wow, look at him with a head of hair.
He used to have a show called The Steve Harvey Show.
I thought he still had that. It's like a talk show, right?
No, so The Steve Harvey Show was a sitcom.
Oh.
But yeah, I think he still has a talk show. Yeah, him with hair. That was back when he was a stand-up comedian.
Oh, okay. Was his stand-up good?
I enjoyed it.
Is it vulgar? Because he's very child-friendly on Family Feud, of course.
I don't think you're watching full episodes. There's a lot of sexual situations on Family Feud these days.
No, there are. You're right. I just watched the best of clips. I don't watch the show.
No, it's not very vulgar. His stand-up.
Yeah.
All right. Which way do you want to take the podcast? You want to go Ted Lasso or you want to go Writer's Strike?
Ooh. Let's go Ted Lasso. We have 2 episodes to talk about now?
Yep, we got 2 episodes.
We have... What was the... We had the episode where Rebecca tells the old guys no. And then they tell the rich guy that they don't want in. And they all get like blasted in the face with food and stuff.
Yep.
I forget what else happens in that episode. I am drawing a blank on that episode entirely.
That was a lot of Keely that episode with
Yeah.
her trying to figure out her next move.
That's right. Yeah, I just hate that character of Keely.
See?
I've never been a fan of her the entirety of the show.
I like her a lot.
Oh, really?
You better get used to it because if they do anything else, she's definitely going to be a part of it.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
The only thing that confused me, there was a whole thing about a snow globe. Do you remember that?
Oh, she gave the snow globe to the person when the business was done.
Because the person always buys a snow globe from every place she works at.
Yes.
But I didn't remember that because it was like a throwaway line from 6 episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to like go back and research it.
Yep, so then she gave the thing back.
Right, because she's not quitting.
Like how you still have your MCLA portal thing on your bookmarks?
Yeah,
Still going there at all?
not at all.
Oh, okay.
But that shows you how much I use my laptop. Is all my favorites are from 5 years ago.
And then I honestly forget everything that happened in that episode. I feel like there was Roy and Jamie stuff.
Well,
Is that when Roy had his birthday?
I don't think so.
Yeah, and Jamie got him the jersey.
Oh, orange tie-dye shirt. Yeah. Okay.
No, his niece got him the orange tie-dye. And then Jamie got him the jersey from like the 2013 World Cup or something with his name, but they respelt it with a U.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I love it. And isn't that also where he wrote the letter to Keely?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, so last week, this past one was a Wednesday.
Yeah.
I gotta take these off. It's echoing.
Thursday. Oh, it's echoing? Oh, I just realized there's no audio coming out of mine.
Oh, seriously?
Oh, wait, just out of the right ear, not the left ear.
So when we do all those tests early on, and you're like, "Yep, we're good to go," just means Marco's not doing a thing.
That sounds like something I would do.
But anyway, so last week's episode was like an hour and 10 minutes.
All these episodes have been long the past few weeks. Wait, the episode from 2 weeks ago too. That was the one where Nate was in hideout, at like his parents' house and stuff after he quit.
Yeah, where he's playing some sort of violin or something.
That was a great scene when he was playing and like they had the montage of everything happening.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really good scene.
It's been a really powerful season.
Yeah.
It sucks because you can tell they're winding down.
Yes.
Like, I feel like everything the last 3 episodes has just been leading to like a wind down.
Oh yeah.
Instead of like winding up for a big finale, it's just like, and we're done.
Yeah. Well, that's what all last season was the setup for the wind down.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of odd, but like when Ted Lasso goes towards like I have something to tell you, he's straight up just saying he's quitting,
Yes.
like he's done.
He's quitting. Nate's going to be coaching with Roy and Beard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Beard's thing at the end of last episode when he goes up to Nate's place and he gives him the whole speech of like letting like friends back into their life and giving them a second chance.
When it turns out he's just like I did some stupid stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that was a great scene. Beard Beard scenes are the best.
Right.
Oh, I love Beard.
Well, it's funny because you have to also early on when they asked if you wanted Nate to come back, and he's just like, "I will burn this place to the ground."
Such a good character.
But no, so you get more backstory with Beard.
Yep.
Some people are saying that backstory explains that whole episode from last season that no one watched. Whereas all Beard walking in the seedy underground.
I didn't watch it.
I watched it, but I still don't feel like it's valid.
I watched like 5 minutes and stopped.
But yeah, so no, that was a great scene with him and Nate. Nate's back in the fold.
Mm-hmm.
Which is nice for the character, but horrible for the actor, who pretty much had to like film by himself the entire season.
Yeah. I realized he lost a decent amount of weight since the first 2 seasons.
Could be.
Yeah.
But also where he started working at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And he just gets really into working at the restaurant. I thought that was really good.
Yeah, no, the whole Ted thing when he was talking to his mom, that was a really powerful scene.
Yeah, to introduce the mom character. Have we seen her before?
Nope.
So to have a big character show up with like 2 episodes left.
I loved all the fake stories she was saying about him.
Fake stories were funny, yeah. And how he's just mad that she's there.
Yeah. I don't know, that was a really good scene though where he was talking like thank you and then F you, thank you, and F you.
Mm-hmm.
Which was insane.
The only other thing from that episode that I could think of was the Jamie Tart arc.
Oh, yeah.
Where you see the other half of how he was raised. So it kind of explains why he's so messed up.
Yeah.
He's got 2. Was his dad dead?
No, his dad was the person in the rehab.
Okay, it was a rehab center.
Yeah, so remember in season 2 when he punches his dad in the face?
Yep.
Yeah, so now his dad's in rehab and he's like actually happy for him and stuff.
Gotcha. Because I thought he died because he's like, oh, he would have loved it. So I go, oh, he's dead. And then they showed him at that place. I wasn't sure what that place was.
Yeah.
That's on me. I was multitasking while watching it.
Yeah, no. That was that entire episode was like a really good scene of like obviously mother and father like relationships with their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Between Ted, Jamie, and then obviously you have the Beard and Nate thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which, can we talk about how weird Jamie's relationship with his mom is?
I think it's just an overcorrection.
Yeah.
I liked his stepdad a lot.
Yeah.
And just the way the stepdad had to work with Roy.
Yeah.
Not work with, but like interact.
Yeah.
Again, I really enjoy these extremes they're showing.
I love the Roy Kent poster,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the Keeley poster behind it, or behind the door.
Because it's just like, it explains, I feel like when we go to rewatch it, it's going to explain a lot early on about why Roy Kent couldn't get along with Jamie.
Yeah.
Even though Jamie idolized him, and now we're getting to the point where you see how much he idolized him.
Yeah. There was a thing I saw on Reddit. It was a side-by-side photo. It was Ted looking into the room with disappointment when Roy was on the team and he was yelling at Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have like the one where he's smiling when it's Roy and Keeley in there with the injured Jamie at the end of last episode.
Yeah.
Like icing and stuff, and they had like the champagne and everything.
It's just weird because Roy and Keeley are starting to become like his pseudo-family.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, but with his past with Keeley, I feel like it doesn't add up. But
God, I hate social media. There's people that want them to be a throuple.
Ooh, can't do that.
Yeah. Too much. Oh, you know what has happened since we haven't podcast? The Caines film in Indiana Jones was shown. You already got all my text about that.
Caines, buddy.
Oh,
Caines.
it's Canes.
It's in France.
Wouldn't it be Canes?
Nope. That would be if it was in Mexico.
Well, that's how Romanian languages work, and I thought French was a Romanian language.
I just look homeless on this feed. I guess I should start looking in the mirror before knowing we're going to podcast.
The only reason why I look good these days is because I have a girlfriend that makes sure I look good.
Ayo.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what happens. I had a picture posted the other day because I was wearing a collared shirt, and one of my friends had to make a comment. He's like, "You own collared shirts now?" I had to send it to her because I was like, "Well, see, even my friends know that I have terrible style." But it was because she's having me buy collared shirts and everything, so
she's not embarrassed to see you with you. You're going to fancy dinner parties.
It's just
up in
I
shorts.
have the most like. I feel like I'm basically like Adam Sandler when I dress, except I don't have that level of success where I can get away with it.
I had to dust off a bunch of like my like nicer clothes because like with COVID and everything, no one did anything.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just like weddings are back on. I've gone to like 3 different graduation ceremonies.
Oh jeez. Yeah. Yeah. I found out like a lot of my like proper clothing is like too small on me.
Right, because it's from high school.
Yeah, yeah. It also doesn't help. Like when I was let's see, when I was 18 and I started working at the movie theater, I wore size 34 pants. Within 3 months, I had to go up to size 36.
Ooh.
And now I'm a size 38. Yeah, it's bad.
It's the worst podcast of all time. Is there anything you want to talk about the Caines Film Festival?
Oh, the glowing reviews of Indiana Jones.
Is it getting good reviews? I thought I got bad reviews.
So here's the thing. The critics have mixed reviews, but the thing is with the critic reviews is a lot of them say that it's too fast-paced and it does nothing more than try to be Raiders and Last Crusade. I'm like, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the new trailer they released looks awesome.
Oh, it looks great. And, like, I think it's definitely one of the cooler artifacts they're doing, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Temple of Doom, I think is a good movie. I didn't care about those artifacts, though. The stones.
I don't think Temple of Doom was meant to care about the artifact. I don't think that caring about the artifact happened till later on.
Yeah. And then, like, I still think that the Ark and the Holy Grail are, like, the 2 best ones.
Just that scene when you had to choose which Holy Grail you were going to try is just, like, still cinematically one of the biggest of action adventure scenes of all time.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to do a whole lot.
Yeah, yeah.
What's crazy is because I'm pretty sure those were big budget films back in the day, but they read as if they're not.
Yeah.
So I like that they added the goddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
I heard mixed reviews about the de-aging that they did.
You know, the thing with de-aging is, like, in the clips I've seen, yeah, you can tell, like, that it's not real.
Mm-hmm.
But it is way beyond what we've seen with de-aging, too.
Well, that's the thing, because they're doing full movies with de-aging now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's best if you use it for a scene or two,
Mm-hmm.
and call it. But would you rather de-aging, or do you want to go back to where they just cast a younger actor to play a young...
What I would personally prefer is you get a young actor that looks like them, and then, like, use AI to put their face on the person. And the only reason is because I did see in a scene, because Harrison Ford is actually there.
That's how they de-age, yeah.
You can actually see the movements of an older individual as opposed to the young individual that he is. So I almost wish they kind of have a stunt double for that. Which they probably still throw a stunt double in there for, but I want somebody that is moving more like a 40-year-old individual. Like
so that's
he is
what
there.
they used to do with the de-aging. That's exactly what they did. Like the first time they did it with Robert Downey Jr. In the MCU. Is they would take a younger actor, impose the face.
When did they do it with Robert Downey?
It was one of the Avengers movies. Remember, he's giving a talk. It's after the...
Oh,
it must have been Civil War. And they show a flashback of him talking to his dad.
Oh, yep. Yep, I do.
Yep. So, yeah. So writer's strike has put Thunderbolts massive delay. They shut it right down.
You know what's amazing about the writer's strike?
Mm-hmm.
Deadpool 3 is starting production,
And
even with it happening.
And he's not allowed. Ryan Reynolds can't ad-lib because there's no writers. You need writers to be able to change a working script.
Oh.
So I'd rather them shut it right down. Figure out this strike.
So does that mean like you can't really improv scenes then?
You can't improv at all. If it's not on the paper, they can't use it, or else they're gonna get sued. But those movies are hilarious because he improvs.
But I feel he's got to be like technically one of the writers, right?
Well, he can't be, because otherwise he'd be on strike if he's part of the union.
Oh.
So
he's mandatory to go on, like, you're mandatory to go on the strike even if you don't approve of it?
So if you're a part of a union, you have to go on strike.
Oh.
If the union goes on strike. Because otherwise, you wouldn't be part of the union.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if, like, they could be starting production, but doing, like, very basic scenes where they know, like, hey, we're not changing these lines at all.
Right. Which I think is a lot of the shows were trying to do, is get as much done as they could.
Yeah.
But these things move so fast now, like, you shoot a movie in less than 6 months.
Yeah.
So there's only so much you can do. Thunderbolts got shut down. I heard Echo was... Sorry to keep burping on you. And I heard Echo was so bad that Kevin Feige shut it down to do reshoots. That he said they weren't going to release it.
Really?
That's the rumor coming out of that camp.
I remember. So I was just listening to the thing about the writer's strike, and it was talking about like, you know, how nice like some people were to their employees during it.
Yep.
I didn't realize how insane Conan went during the last writer's strike. He paid all of his staff's salaries the entirety of the time. And like when he's moved like to California and stuff, he paid for all their moving and stuff.
Yeah, no.
He's the best boss I've ever heard.
No, he was. It's really crazy the amount of work late night shows go into, and how little credit everyone gets except the host.
Well, like what's crazy to me is I feel like Conan's definitely was a big talk show host, but I feel like he was looked down upon compared to the other ones.
He was.
And one, like the thing about Conan is like he was an actual like really good writer on all these shows and stuff.
Yeah.
And you could definitely tell like he influenced his show quite a bit. But also like all the things I hear about behind the scenes and stuff of like what he does for his staff is insane compared to all these other hosts. Like I know Jimmy Kimmel and Fallon did like helped for like 2 weeks and stuff. Yeah. But like Conan just was like, oh no, I'm gonna do it for until this is over.
Oh no, it was really awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't like been keeping up with the writer's strike. I just want it to end.
I haven't been keeping up with it, but we're at this point. I think we're 2-3 weeks in, and now it's real.
Yeah.
So Echo is going to drop all their episodes at once on November 29th.
Even with it getting shut down?
So I guess what happened was this happened before the writer's strike. They were done, and Kevin Feige said, "I'm not releasing this unless we get some reshoots done."
Oh.
So that means...
So it may not release now.
I think it's still... They just announced this up. This is from... I think it was yesterday. No, 2 weeks ago, May 16th. That they're going to drop them all right around Thanksgiving.
August, Ahsoka.
One episode at a time, or how are they doing it?
I think one episode at a time. What I've heard is everybody inside Lucasfilm and just like people that have test screened it and saw it, they said it is the greatest thing Disney Star Wars has ever made.
That's awesome. I heard one of the actors passed away from it.
Ray Stevenson.
Yeah.
He's the guy with that red lightsaber. Or orangish one. in the trailer. You just literally scrolled past the picture.
Oh,
of him
in the trailer. Gotcha. I'm sorry. I thought you meant like he has he been in the universe before?
So he actually voiced a character in Rebels and Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
He was only in season 7 of Clone Wars. It's one, The Mandalorian. He was in Rebels, and then they gave him. This is a different role though, than what he played in Rebels and the Clone Wars.
Okay.
Apparently, he's like a super like well-known actor.
I didn't know him from anything, but yeah, people. He was
That's
there.
him.
He is right there.
Yeah, and he was saying like this thing about how it was one of the best times he's had on a set. And he was like really excited for the project and whatnot. So hopefully it delivers because I think it does, because this just seems like it's pretty much like, obviously it's a continuation of Ahsoka's story between Clone Wars to Rebels to this.
Mm-hmm.
But this is definitely like, I guess, the sequel trilogy in terms of Ahsoka's story.
Right. Question for you. Was there any news coming out from the actor that plays Boba Fett / all the clones? Is he showing up somewhere? I can't seem to find the article.
He's playing Rex in the Ahsoka show.
He is.
That's what the rumor is right now.
Okay. Because I heard he said he was ready to come back as Boba Fett and no one called him.
Mm-hmm. No. What happened was they told him he was going to be coming back as Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
But then the whole, whatever his name, became CEO again of Disney.
Yeah.
And he made all the cuts, and so then they didn't have to spend so much money on The Mandalorian, they cut him from it. That's what happened. So he was like, yeah, I never got the call that I was showing up on set, even though I was told I was going to.
It's pretty sweet.
So yeah, that happened, and then yeah. But apparently he's coming back as Rex, which could be pretty cool.
Oh, absolutely. I'm trying to think. Sorry, my notes are all over the place. About what else is going on. I think The Machine came out this weekend.
It did. I heard it's getting really good reviews.
I just don't know where to even see it.
Oh, it's not around here?
It's not at our movie theater, which isn't saying much. Usually, with limited releases, you have to go to Albany.
So it's got, on IMDb, it's got a 7 out of 10. Now, Rotten Tomatoes is a 29%, which I'm not shocked about. So 29% for Rotten Tomatoes, but that's on 14 reviews. 100 plus reviews for audience, and it's got 92%. Again, not surprised. I feel like a movie that's leaning so heavily into comedy never really gets a very good...
So the problem with this one is it's a limited release. So it's not going to be released in all theaters, so it's not going to make a ton of money.
Yeah.
But it's over in Hudson, New York, Hadley, at the, I don't know if you've ever been to that movie theater, Cinemark HD.
I've never like watched a movie in it, but I've been inside like that complex. Yeah, the mall.
No, it's a really nice theater. Albany and then West Springfield. So he's been doing a lot of interviews and things.
He
promoting it.
His promotions, like, I understand why he does it. But God, he puts out so many promotions, it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely absurd. Now, didn't they have a movie years ago where Ryan Reynolds plays him? It's pretty much a story of his college life.
Yeah, so what was that movie called?
I just saw something about it the other day. I think it was Ryan Reynolds, right?
It was Ryan Reynolds. He Van Wilder is what it's called.
Van Wilder.
They pretty much took Burt Kreischer's story and turned it into a movie and then didn't pay him.
Oh, so they did like 3 different movies for it?
Yeah, so this was the thing that used to happen. So National Lampoon's Van Wilder was the original, which is funny.
Uh-huh.
And then they made like straight to VHS.
Okay.
Knockoffs, just trying to make money on it.
Oh, okay.
It's a pretty good movie. I'd check it out.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Does it talk about the Russian story or just his time in college?
Just his time in college.
Because I know that he had like this whole article in like a magazine or something about how he's like the craziest partier.
That's what the movie came after.
And that's what
it was. The Rolling Stone, so like the the magazine at the time.
Okay. Oh, wow, that's hilarious.
So, I'd like to go see it and try and support it, but I haven't seen Guardians yet either, so...
Oh, Guardians was great.
Well, that's what I heard. I'm surprised I don't have a bunch of spoilers.
So that means I probably get... I can only tell you a little bit then of this theory I saw. People are saying that the story is based off of what Disney did to James Gunn, and it's
really?
kind of like an FU from James Gunn to them.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
In that the character you have to look at is James Gunn is Rocket in this movie.
Oh.
And it has to do with and the main villain is Disney. And that it has to do with how Disney fired him, and then Disney brought him back because they realized that they couldn't do like the movies and stuff without him, especially Guardians of the Galaxy. And the theory is that if you watch, and I was saying about this, if you watch the Marvel movies, and then when you get to Guardians of the Galaxy, and then see how all the movies change after that, James Gunn had a large impact in terms of the tone and direction of these stories. And then Disney realized that they literally could not make a third Guardians without him. And it would be difficult to make the movies going forward without him. So they brought him back, but now he is leaving to go do his own thing with DC.
Right. So, I mean, that's a possibility. But what I heard is what Chris Pratt got mad was when they fired him, he kind of got it. Like, you can't be doing this stuff in this day and age. He wasn't happy about it, but then they were going to use his script.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why if the script was already written, I don't know how much he wanted to change.
Oh, no. Did that happen before or after Endgame, though?
After Endgame.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that, too. I think it's definitely, like, a combination of both. But, I don't know. It's also insane to me that, like, yeah, he made, like, that joke and everything. But it was from, like, a long time ago during a different period of time. Where, like, jokes like that, like, people didn't get up in arms about.
Back to Disney, you saw they're purging Disney Plus and Hulu, right? They have to free up space on the servers, so they're just getting rid of all these movies and things that they made. And it's just disappearing, yeah. So, you didn't watch it, but Mighty Ducks came back for 2 seasons. They're just removing it from the platform. That Willow series that everyone was super excited for, gone.
So you can't watch those?
You can't watch it.
So, like, Willow's like a... Mighty Ducks, though, that was like a brand new thing they were doing?
Yeah, they did 2 seasons of a new Mighty Ducks show.
It didn't, like, perform well?
Season 1 did, season 2 didn't, but they're just getting rid of it. And there's like 50 different TV shows and movies. There's an entire movie with, who's the guy from Breaking Bad?
Aaron Paul?
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston?
Bryan Cranston did this movie, like, for Disney, that came out right during the COVID times. It was about, like, this gorilla that could sign language.
Okay.
They're just taking it right off. And that means they're not paying royalties to people. Because it doesn't exist anymore. You're looking for Mighty Ducks Game Changers is the one you're looking for.
Oh.
But yeah, so they're just... all the stuff people worked on and all these things that people would put on their resumes is just going away.
Yeah, that's absolutely... Is there anything, like, really big in this Mighty Ducks show? Lauren Graham, that sounds familiar.
Yep. She's a favorite.
She's in everything.
So it had been Lauren Graham and Emilio Estevez were the 2 big names on it.
Oh. I didn't realize that was a guy.
Emilio!
Yeah, I'm trying to look at... Is there, like, a... Yeah, there probably is.
What are you trying to find?
Oh, wait, that's over here. Let's see. Critical response. I was just seeing how well season 2 comparatively. That's not really saying much. Well, that's a bummer.
It's just crazy that... because HBO had to do the same thing.
Yeah, that's insane.
That there's just so much content that they can't afford to keep it up on the servers.
And they're probably not making enough money to open up more servers then?
No, I don't think so.
Wow. That's insane. They have to eventually cycle these shows back in at some point.
They don't have to do anything.
I know they don't.
I think they're trying to hope other people will buy it.
Mm.
and they'll just give it to him. But
That would be hard with Willow.
yeah, because how are you going to just give away something, a George Lucas property?
As Lucasfilm.
Yeah. So, kind of weird.
Yeah. Have you seen the crazy things that are happening with AI now?
Oh, a good amount of them. What are you talking about?
So there's this new like one where like you'll be in Photoshop
Yep.
and you can basically like circle with a like do like the lasso tool, circle, go over, type into this AI thing of an image you want to be photoshopped in there, and it will do it for you.
It is crazy.
Like, this is getting absurd.
Oh, I'll agree.
And with all this AI stuff happening, I bet you de-aging and stuff is going to be perfected in the next like 5 years.
Could be, as long as they don't shut it down. That's what I'm waiting for, is for the government to step in.
Yeah. I think it will be for some things, but not all things. It's going to be hard to shut down, though. It's already got so much wide access to everybody that it's going to be out there regardless.
Mm-hmm. So, we'll see. I'm trying to think. It's been a dry spell last couple weeks. I'm just going through my notes.
Oh, do you think the Celtics are going to complete the 3-0 comeback?
I honestly didn't even realize this. They won on Thursday. People at work were talking about it on Friday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they... So, a lot of people are saying that Heat were going to win in 6 before, like, they were up 3-0.
Yeah.
And I think if the Heat don't win tonight, I think it's done for them. I think Celtics complete the comeback. If that happens too, Boston owns 3 of the craziest comebacks in sports history. 2004 ALCS, now with the Red Sox. Now you're going to have this, and then you're going to have the Patriots in the Super Bowl 28-3.
Right. So, anything can happen. I don't really get into basketball too much, but it'll be good for Boston to...
I get into like the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left for basketball.
That's all you need to do.
I know.
That's the entire game right there.
Yeah, there's a lot of nonsense that happens the first few quarters and a half.
When are you heading to Europe?
This past Wednesday. The trip got messed up.
Really?
So then we couldn't go.
Oh, no, bud. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Were you able to get your money back?
Yeah, we got the money back, luckily. So that's where we're getting money now to reinvest into real estate.
Really? Are you buying a house, or what are you trying to do?
I don't know. I just heard that that's a good thing to invest money in.
Yeah, you gotta do it smart, though.
That's why I'm watching videos before I do anything.
No,
you start off with a couple dollars at a time, and then when you make like a profit, then you put more in.
I'm sorry about that. You don't get to go. That would have been a cool trip.
Yeah, it would have been, but we got the money back, so like we'll probably go on like a cheaper trip later in the year, or do like a bunch of like weekend or day trips or something throughout like the summer. But
yeah, go to the Catskills.
Exactly. Go like
Catskills Game Farm. Go to Six Flags.
I'm gonna go like we'll take like a tour of like the Montreal Expos field.
Is that the thing?
I don't know. It has to be. They used to have a team.
Yeah, but that was like 30 years ago.
You think the field is still up?
I mean, no way.
It's got to be. Let's see. Former ballparks: Jerry Park Stadium, Olympic Stadium, is the last one. Oh, so this definitely is still up because this was probably legitimately made for the Olympics. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. If it says year folded for a ballpark, does that mean it was taken down?
I think so.
Okay, then their original one is definitely long gone.
I thought you were leaving next week. I didn't realize.
Oh yeah, no.
Your trip got screwed up.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you got your money back, it's all good.
Yeah.
You didn't get like airline credits or something crazy. You got your actual money back.
Oh, you just go straight to the credit card company and tell them to dispute the charge. They do it for you.
That's one way to do it.
It's a great way to do it. I learned this trick a couple of years ago. Credit card company can get you any money you need back. I don't know who they have working for them, but they must be ruthless. Especially getting money back on non-refundable tickets.
I did do that in Boston once. It was one of those hop on, hop off tours. So we bought tickets like that day, like sitting in the parking lot. And then like 3 buses went by that were all too full. And I was just like, and we're disputing this charge.
Yeah, see? And like the worst part is I got like medicine and stuff prescribed to me for the flight. Now I don't need it.
Now you're just going to take it.
Actually, what you might call Price Chopper sent me a message saying they didn't pick up your prescription yet.
You should buy it and then just play Flight Simulator.
You know, once I finally get an Xbox, I'm definitely getting Flight Simulator.
I miss having free time. All right, but anything else you want to talk about? It's going to be a shorter one, but I feel like we're dragging a little bit.
Oh, no, that's fine. I think the shorter ones aren't bad. As long as we give the people the content.
All right, guys. We've been Nerds in the Gym. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Marco, and we'll see you some point, hopefully in the future.
And as soon as I hit stop, we'll figure out 5 more things to talk about before he leaves.
Yes, that's true.
All right, catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.